line. Take the radio, the crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Take the radio, the crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up.
Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to PT Racing TV. I'm not really sure what happened there, but welcome back to the show. We are live here tonight at Five Flag Speedway as we're about ready to bring our drivers out on the track. Getting things taken care of here, and we're a little bit delayed, so we do apologize in advance. But let's go ahead and take a quick look here at our Marconi Setup Shop Track Tech Talk here tonight as these drivers will be driving around on Five Flag Speedway. Good setup and length, good setup and track style and all that. This is a track that is definitely built for these ARCA and late model cars here, but this tonight is a custom setups on those ARCAs, so that will help them kind of differentiate through the runs and through the spots as we get things taken care of here and get things figured on in. You'll see the tires kind of wear in a little bit more and get things kind of going a little bit more as time goes on. But look for the drivers definitely to make their moves when they need to and make their moves when they have to win here tonight as we get ready to start this one up here tonight. Let's take a look at our drivers lineup here tonight as we will start them off on the pole. Seems like we're always starting them off on the pole with this man, Brian W. Wiggins in that number 5 machine. It is outside. Tyler Hunt will be in that 20 machine. Row number 2, we're going to see the 77 of Byron Bartlett, and it is outside. David Castelli in the 24. Row 3, we see Kyle Hanna in the number 4. It is outside. James Kruger in that 25. Row 4, Terry Dougie in the 21. It is outside. Nicholas Wilson in the 53. Row 5, we're going to see Johnny Taylor in the 3. It is outside. Mark Sikosi in the 8 machine. Shotgun on our field tonight will be Mark Thomas in the 27 machine, all the way from Europe. Drivers getting ready to go here, getting set to standard up this one here tonight. Swinging them on by, folks. Our drivers are locked, stocked, ready to go here. Rack stacked and all that. Locked and loaded for tonight's action. Wiggins shows them the way. Hunt trying to get himself back into victory lane after such a long and eventful journey. David Castelli trying all he's got to get back in this one, as well as Byron Bartlett looking to have himself his way here tonight as we are formed on around. We are ready to go to the green flag here, coming down out of the corner. Pace car comes off. Drivers are set. Waiting for the green flag to come out. Lights are coming on here this time. By down out of turn 4. Green flag comes out. We're underway. ARCA Series at it tonight here. Coming down out of turn 1. Down in turn 2. They already on the charge here. Brian W. Wiggins is now running them in with the best of them. Apparently someone did not tell the producers you got to set these things before you get on the show tonight, but thankfully they fixed that around really quick. Brian W. Wiggins already still on the hunt, still charging them by. Tyler Hunt already trying to challenge him in, trying to get some momentum going on through as well here. Moving it on in, trying to challenge them on down around they go here down their corner zone here. Tyler Hunt trying to catch up to him, trying to make some momentum and trying to make some moves here as they come on by, running them through. Bag them on around right now. You can see them all hunting down each other, trying to fight their way through this one, trying to stay in position. James Kruger in that 25 machine still fighting it around here, giving himself quite a battle here as they come on back down around out of turn 4. The 4, Kyle Hanna giving it all he's got, trying to stay in this. 250 laps to the distance tonight, and these drivers are going to have to really be conservative how much tire wear and tire conservation they do here as you get a good look at the field of this track here tonight. Not a small track by any means, but compared to the usual track a lot of these guys are used to racing on, it's about average to about the size of a little bit smaller what they're used to taking on. You see that a lot of times they've been running at the mile halves and all that, and that's where they've really been putting their power to their advantage. Tonight, though, a little bit of a different story. Nicholas Wilson right now still charging up on Kruger. Johnny Taylor, after starting up in the back here, is up 2 spots already, moving through, giving himself a nice run and a half here. Running a solid line, solid moan, solid rotation here as he keeps it on going here down out of turn 4. Tyler Hunt doing everything he can to try to keep off Ryan Bartlett. Bartlett right now challenging him on through, trying to get his run there as they back him by here again. See how low and how much corners they have to take off those turns just to keep the car in line, keep the car at bay, and that's really what's going to be the crucial factor here tonight for these drivers is how well they're going to be able to hold on to that line and how well they'll be able to hold off that position if the time comes to pass. So you might see some drivers try to play a little more in the middle line, try to get a bump groove off that. I would not say any bumping around here would be a very smart idea, especially with these ARCA cars. This is not with the late models and super lates where you can get a little more aggressive on those rear ends and on those bumpers and push them out of the way. This is more about just trying to save your consideration, conservate up, run your line in, and hopefully everything else will come the way it needs to here. Back him on around, a little bit of contact made there on Nicholas Wilson, backing him through here on the wall protection. Johnny Taylor in the 8 will now move in and steal up the spot here, as he's got a run and a half coming by down out of turn 4 here. Mark Thomas now has taken over his position. Wilson trying to get back on the low end of that, trying to steal back the spot, but it looks like Wilson's not going to be able to get it. Continuing a bit pulled forth further and further ahead. Gary Duggan, that 21 machine off that start, did not have the start he was looking for. That's put him back quite a bit. Right back on around right now. Tyler Hunt still has a sizable lead over Byron Bartlett, and Terry Dougie already in pit road. Something not going right there for Dougie. The second lone Canadian out here running him in hard. As you see, Byron Bartlett, the other Canadian, right now showing to work here with Tyler Hunt. Hunt right now doing everything he can to stay in that position, stay in that run, and these two definitely going out with each other one night. Running them on by, down, back around they go here into their corner zone, charging them through, giving it everything they can, swinging to the inside line, running them in a little harder here. Try to outwit and outpace the other. Tyler Hunt makes a bobble, and Bartlett makes him pay. Takes over the second spot there and gets a nice run and a half here. Terry Dougie in the inside corner there. He's going to try and stay out of the Hunt and Bartlett's way. Back him on around out on turn 3, down in turn 4 here. They clear themselves out of that zone, and right now, this is looking strong as can be for Byron Bartlett to catch up to these drivers. But how long will that run last? Because right now, to me, it looks like he's burning tires up pretty quick, considering the laps that they're already on and how hard they've been running him in at the start. And it's for and speaking of trouble zone, that was not what you wanted to see there. But Terry Dougie comes to a complete stop, and that sends the whole field into utter madness. Replay from our SDK gaming powered machine here. Let's take a look here. Coming down here, TMS replay shows Dougie getting a little looser off that corner, and the rest of the field taking a little bit of a trouble measure there, and unfortunately Kyle Hanna was one of them. The whole wheel and all that completely totaled it up there. Unfortunately, a little bit of a heartache and not the way you wanted to end out 2020 there for Terry Dougie. That will have to set the pace here for him and have to get things figured out what to do here. Kyle Hanna as well got some serious damage up on that Ford machine. He's badly damaged there. We'll see how he gets it fixed up. He has used the instant repair up, but the damage may have already been taking its toll here. As drivers are already in pit road, I believe they are pretty much allowed an unlimited amount of tires here, so that will definitely help their cause out a bit. So we'll bring it back around right now, get things situated through. As we come back to the caution zone, we'll see who got where and who got what here. And it looks like Wiggins, Bartlett, Hunt, Taylor, and Hanna are going to be your top 5 off that restart. Johnny Taylor, the 3 machine, going to give it everything she's got and find a way. Art Mill, Giver, Byron, you and Terry for the win. Art Mill, it's great to have you on board here, buddy. I hope you're doing all right down there. As our drivers will line back up into position, looks like it'll be the 25 of James, don't call him Freddy Krueger, getting his lap back. With Nicholas Wilson also in that hunt to get his time back in zone as well, but right now currently not the way you want to start it off, not the way you wanted to be in position, and that will start it off early for him. When we come back though, we'll see how this one plays out as we have just started here at this unique and fast-paced track known as Five Flag Speedway. Tonight's race brought to you powered by, of course, affordable SEO and marketing. It's time you outrank your competition online today. And of course by FEGPC.net and McConey Setup Shops. Let's have a word from McConey Setup.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Right start, green flag back underway and back in the sky right now as we continue them on in. Tyler Hunt swings it back down the inside. A hard pass there to the 77 of Bartlett. Now charging into Brian W. Wiggins. Running it on by yet again out of turn 4 here. Hunt trying to make a move there, trying to make a corner off that zone. Couldn't quite get him going there. James Miller is in the chat right now. It's good to have you on board. Ride him on down. Get back in the corner here in the end zone. We go here fighting for the lead. You got to battle for this one. Right about through a little bit. Trouble! Oh, man! Tyler Hunt and Brian W. Wiggins getting into one another there in the corner, and unfortunately, not what you wanted to see there. Oh my, folks, we're going to the replay to find out more about that one. Let's find out what happened here. Let's see, did Wiggins just overdrive it? Looks like a little tap there from Hunt, and that ends up getting them both into trouble zone. Taking her leg out from another angle here. He's already tagged him there and he already got him in through, and that sends both drivers for a little bit of a ride, and Bartlett coming to a complete stop as well. As our STK gaming powered machine now works it through. We will get back to business here in just a minute, but Tyler Hunt after that one, oh boy. That was definitely not what you wanted to see there. Tyler Hunt has got some serious damage up on that machine, got some serious problems on the side there. We'll see if he goes back into pit road here to get that fixed later. Brian W. Wiggins, well, let's just say he's kind of in no man's land right now with how bad that one got tore up, but he seems to be okay and ready to get back out there. He just needs to get a run and a half here. Johnny Taylor now will be our race leader, and yes, it's a boy, James. I don't know if I thought he said he was a girl, but no, he's a boy. I knew. All right, so we'll get him back around right now, guys. Get things situated through, and hopefully see our drivers get things figured by once again. And hopefully not have any more troubles. So 1 to go now will be initiated here this next time by, as we will double file him up here. Byron Bartlett needed to get back out on the track, give himself a chance here to possibly squeeway his way in here after that little bobble and crash he had earlier. There's 250 laps to the distance here tonight, guys. These drivers are going to be absolutely tearing themselves apart just trying to get that car situated through, to get that car fixed in the way they want to, with all that's on the line here. And judging by the fact that we've dropped down the bars, it means 1 to go has been initiated, so these drivers will now back them around the corners into their zone. Everybody looking to possibly take this one over and get things figured in. Miller saying, looks like Brian had to push it into the corner. Hunt was pushing him hard, and corner Bruno a little loose. Yeah, that's pretty much how it kind of went there, unfortunately. Stuff like that does happen. It's just hard racing, but there's one thing about hard racing everything everyone knows is you got to be careful about doing it so often, because if you do it too often, it might come back to bite you. And that just happened to be what Donnie Taylor is going to show them right now as the green flag flies right off the start. He takes it on in down out of turn 1 and 2. He's already jumping around as Mark Thomas is starting to catch back up with him. Mark Thomas right now going to work here with the aid of Mark Sikosi, fighting him on in, while Kyle Hanna falls behind in suit right now, trying to challenge him by. Running them on in, closing the gaps in, position-wise in, through and through they go here. A little bit of a different view tonight on the cockpit. Well, don't worry, we'll get that fixed up eventually. We were having some troubles with that. Running them on by right now, charging them through as they come around the corner zone into their area. Backing them on by here, still hanging by, get a good momentum. It looks like David Castelli has crashed down on the infield there, and he's got a problem. Seems to be okay, though, got it refired, but unfortunately that definitely was not what he wanted to have happen there. Mark Sikosi right now just kind of being patient, kind of waiting his turn, waiting for a line, waiting for a run here. Catch back up to the drivers here as they continue to book them on by yet again into their zones. Twice out of Mark Thomas right now in that Kodiak machine. Gonna fight him in on a route, get himself running them on by, and get them situated through. Mark Thomas right now doing everything he can to start gaining some ground up right now as you start to see our time delta coming up by. Let's take a look at the lap time here. Thomas right now in a pretty solid stable and a solid run here, but Taylor, you can see he's starting to get gained up a little bit, starting to lose up some time here. When all is said and done, if Thomas can figure out how to catch up a little more, might have a run and a half to catch him here. Kyle Hanna right now on his throttle, on his zone, making some moves here, making some passes on by here. You're on board here with Byron Bartlett as we challenge them through down out of turn 1, down in turn 2, going through. Kyle Hanna giving it all she's got, keeping down that back straightaway here. And David Castelli comes to a complete stop once again. He has stopped on the front. He has reset it into pit road, though. He decides not to get that caution out for anybody. He does not want to play that game. Very smart driving on his end and very fair racing on him, to say the least here. Nicholas Wilson, after that little hiccup he had earlier, currently trying to get things figured in a little bit more, trying to hang in these guys as he continues them on by. Running them by on down. Now James, don't call him Freddy Krueger there in that 25, also charging in. Wilson trying to stay in this one. Everybody's jockeying for position. Everybody running their line in. Tyler Hunt is definitely one of those guys. He's currently got Brian W. Wiggins right behind him yet again. But this time the shoe is on the other foot. Wiggins has to start from the back of the pack here. Try to fight him off here with that 20 of Tyler Hunt. Wiggins in that Marconi set up shop number 5, trying to give himself a little bit of a hand to the sponsor here tonight and give a little bit of a run here as the 77. Byron Barlett losing a lot of ground time here. They're moving on by, keeping their momentum alive. Once again, down in the corner zone, into the run they go here down once more. And Wiggins, man, just giving it to him, giving it a good fight up to Hunt. But Hunt right now is desperately trying to stay in that top 5 zone. He knows there's going to be trouble, and Wiggins gets in there, and he does indeed on the backstroke! Turn 3. Hunt gets put, and Hunt gets picked, and Wiggins sends it down. Well, I'd say we want to go to the replay on that one, but I mean, do we really need to? And unfortunately, Tyler Hunt, not the way he was looking to have things done, not the way he was looking to have that one come for his way. But he'll have some work to do here. He didn't get kamikaze, but he definitely got spun. And Tyler Hunt trying to almost corner off into Wiggins there. I'm not even sure if he was trying to get into him there or not, but Wiggins got problems. Got a problem on that right front. The wheel is up in the high end there, and unfortunately that's stuck in there pretty good. Tyler Hunt might be looking for him here later on in the booth. I don't know. I tend not to try to think about those things, especially considering how 2020's been, but you never know sometimes. Jerry Dougie now getting back out on the track, going to try and fight this way through. David Castelli has unfortunately left the field of view. He is gone. He is out of the track. Problems with the 21-24 machine, so tough break for him tonight. As we will get things situated on it, and once again get things figured on by. So as we get our cars and our stars and the cars back around for a little bit more running here, let's go ahead and take it down to a quick little word from our sponsors tonight from FEGPC.net.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying them over the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at FEGPC.net.
All right, folks, we're back underway. We'll get things taken care of here now as we come around the corner. Johnny Taylor will have the read here with his teammates, Mark Sakosi there at his outside. These two are going to go at it here once more as they bring back the green flag high in the air. Lights are on. Let's go. Here we go. Still got a lot of laps to complete here and a lot of time to go, so let's get down to it. Just barely past 1/4 of the way there right now. These drivers still hunting on the charge, and speaking of on the hunt, you know who that is. Tyler Hunt fighting it through down at turn 4. Right back on around down the back straightaway here, and James Miller, yeah, I know, bud, but admittedly, it was a pretty funny moment, I'll give you that. Back on around down now, back through down in the front stretch, I should say. Mark Thomas and Kodiak 27 going to work here, trying to stay ahead in that zone. Tyler Hunt taking her through. Oh, if I haven't already said, James, thank you again for your support, bud. I really do appreciate it. Kyle Hanna backing him around out of turn 3 and 4 here. The 53 of Nicholas Wilson trying to stay in this one, trying to fight him on through. Terry Dougie got problems yet again. He's already come to a complete stop, it seems. And he has slowed up tremendously. He got spun around now back on the position, but he's got to stay out of trouble here because Tyler Hunt's coming to the inside looking for a run. Now, if you think there's a lot going on right now, imagine if you had about 20 or 30 of these cars out there, and then you got and I think you got the snowball derby there for that one. Right him on back around right now. Currently challenging him up is Mark Sakosi there to his teammate, the 3 of Johnny Taylor. They back him on around once again down in the corner zone. These drivers working their way through, challenging them on in every which way they can here. As Nicholas Wilson, the 53 right now, trying to get some momentum built back in to get himself cornering off. You can see the charge that Wilson's trying to gather right now, trying to build it back in. Right on around we go here. The 77 of Byron Bartlett, all on the game, all on his own right now, trying to see if he can hang in with them. Trying to see if he can challenge them on in as Brian W. Wiggins once again back on the attack here, trying to corner it off there. Makes his way around, he gets him by down to yet again in the corner zone into turn 3 and 4. He is side by side here with Byron Bartlett. Right on around, here we go. Kruger now funds the fray into the phone. He goes down out of turn 2. He's got to run there on Bartlett. Bartlett doing everything he can right now just to stay out of trouble and stay out of the zone, but currently being a lap down is not helping his cause any as they continue it through. Mark Thomas, that 27 Kodiak machine, the only European driver here tonight. Currently working his way through, giving it all she's got, but just can't quite get the momentums and the runs he's looking for here in that machine as we back him around yet again for the corner zone. Johnny Taylor, you're on board with him right now, and you can see how far ahead he is currently. Mark Sakosi there in that 8 machine, giving it all she's got to stay in this one. As they run him back around, Tyler Hunt right now in that 20 machine, giving it a fight, giving it a good run. Still fighting it through, still charging him by is Nicholas Wilson. Giving it all it's got. It looks like Hunt with even big problems there. Get a little bit of trouble and gets a spin, and he gets in with contact zone. Byron Bartlett and him tagged in, and caution's coming out. Terry Dougie and him all involved in that one. Tyler Hunt goes for a spin. He goes for a ride and couldn't quite clear it there. We'll go to the replay and find out what happened here. Here is the SDK Gaming powered replay. Brings him on down around that back straightaway here. Let's see where it went wrong for him. Yeah, just drove it a little too deep, a little too hard in the corner. The rear end just kind of got out away from him and ends up spinning him by, and bam! Terry Dougie, unfortunately, got some serious damage up on that front end there and tore up all the car, tore up the parts and pieces. And now he looks like a big old alligator from my end. So they'll bring him around. Both Canadians involved in that one. They're going to try to get that fixed up and get back to normal here. Yeah, James, right now, currently, it's a little bit of a struggle here for Mr. Hunt. But, you know, it's still early. He can fight it back through and get things figured out. He's just got to stay focused on what he's doing right now. So these drivers will come on by, get things figured in here, and get things taken care of. So here we come down the back straightaway here. They will challenge them on in and get them figured on by. See how well this one comes to play and how this one comes to be as we get things situated through down out of turn 4. We're back underway. Lights are on. We're all home. Let's take it on to the go as we get it back around once more. We are not halfway there just yet, but we're starting to close in on the laps here. Mark Thomas right now trying to challenge up there. Kyle Hanna with Ryan W. Wiggins being pretty aggressive here, considering he's a lap down at the moment. But he's putting it to the boot there to Kyle Hanna. Hanna and him going right at it there out of the corner. And the 27 of Mark Thomas just loving every minute of this, just waiting for that opening. Running them on by down and out. Here they go. Running them on through, still pinning around. Thomas, a little loose there out of that corner. And he's even bigger trouble out of turn 1. Crashes it down, and Nicholas Wilson and him take a ride, and unfortunately that calls for another caution. Hard to really tell what happened there, so we're going to take it to the replay and find out for sure. Let's see, just overdrove it a little bit with Johnny Taylor. He's trying to save it, trying to recenter it, and unfortunately ended up going for a ride, and that wheel is bobbing around like a bobblehead from Pep Shop Boys. And I don't think anybody's going to get that reference at all. Drivers will get things taken care of here once again, get things figured on by, and we will get everything back to normal here. So we will get things back around here, and I can also tell you guys right now a little, just a little sneak peek of what's to come in 2021. We have just gotten word, at least my producers have, that we will be returning with Blood Eagle Racing on the Thursday show. So we have finally secured the deal there. We secured everything through, and they are wanting us back more than anything. And trust us when we say we want to have them back out on the show. We always love calling the broadcast, but you know, I'll say this: when it comes to dirt, there's something special about dirt that I can't get anywhere else, that I can call it like I see it better than anything else, in my opinion. As the one to go now finally initiates here, we'll get the driver's wax stack and all that here. But tonight we are with Old School League as they continue to fight them on around, get things situated through, and hopefully have a shot at contention here. As our drivers work them through right now, getting things taken care of. They will continue to go by down as the pace car has to come off here and get things worked through. Johnny Taylor will have the start. He'll have the call. And you can tell what he's up to. Green flags high in the air. Terry Duggan, that 21 right now, trying to stay in it, trying to give himself a little bit of a run here with Tyler Hunt right down his outside. Now back him on in. Every driver for themselves right now. Everybody trying to load them in, trying to give themselves a run and a half here as they back him on down the corner zone. That's why 5 up, James Kruger fighting him in, giving himself a run and a half here down at about out of turn 1 and 2. Smart running, smart strategy here for these drivers to give it all they've got. Mark Thomas right now giving it a fight and a half here. Starting to reel him in, starting to wheel and deal this one and through. Giving it a nice foul and a half as they come on by right now. Sakosi up in the spot zone with Kyle Hanna, the Butcher Brothers versus the Team Extreme Motorsports. Who will be the two to take on that one? On each other's game, on each other's backs right now. Kyle Hanna doing everything he can right now to stay ahead of that zone, but you can see the runs there that Sakosi gets. It hasn't been pretty here, but it's definitely been working well for him. He's staying in the zone. Oh, and I had to jinx him there out of turn 4. Kyle Hanna goes for a ride and spins it on by. No caution called yet. I don't know if they're going to give it to him yet. I don't know what they're going to call here. Barlett now moves in. He's starting to make some time up. He gets ground there. Some traffic and try to get up there with Johnny Taylor. Taylor right now is already somewhere else. I think he might have traveled down to Orlando somewhere. He's far out of here. James Kruger right now currently taking over that spot for a second. Where Kyle Hanna lost, he picked up the ball, you would say, in the WWE and put it back into his sport. As they back around out of turn 2 they go here. Mark Thomas still fighting him through with Tyler Hunt to the inside. With Brian W. Wiggins once again going down. Tyler Hunt here. Trying to challenge them on in, trying to fight them on by. The inside of Thomas, he goes, makes that corner off that zone, gets a nice run and a half here. Now starting to reel in Hunt, Tyler Hunt. If he's not careful here, he could get a bumper to that car again. And he did indeed. Hunt gets a bumper from the back as the front of Ty and W. Wiggins, man, extremely aggressive, trying to move us in. Hard to tell you how well this one's going to go, but right now they're running pretty smooth and clean after those little bumps and a half. Hunt goes to the outside, gives up time. Wiggins moves into the inside, takes over the 5th spot. But they're still pretty far away from the race leaders right now. But we'll see if it's only a matter of time if those two get back into one another, as currently Kruger trying to stay ahead there as Mark Sakosi. Sakosi trying to work it through and give himself a fighting chance here as his teammate there, Brian Wiggins, is currently fighting it in, while Kruger's teammate Tyler Hunt is on his zone trying to give himself a fight. The Twin Peaks 25 machine is really working it in here. Right, I'm on around yet again, down out of turn 2 we go, and Sakosi laying into this one, laying into the momentum run currently as they back him on by. Once again, Nicholas Wilson now finally starting to charge up ahead. Kyle Hanna, unfortunately though, can't quite be said about him at the moment. He's currently struggling. He's 8 seconds back at the leader and currently in deep trouble of getting lapped if he's not careful. Taylor is right in that zone, man. Now Brian W. Wiggins going to go out and charge here a little bit with Nicholas Wilson as they come on by down out about out of turn 2. See the run and a half. He's getting off those corners, and Wilson's starting to open the door up as Wiggins looks to claim his spot, looks to claim it up. Gets it here down the corner, back out of turn 3. This time he clears him. And now the run goes to Wiggins as Wilson desperately tries to hang pace. And speaking of hang pace, Kruger opened the door up to Sakosi. Sakosi now moves on in as well. Sakosi couldn't quite clear him too well in those corner zones, so he got him back out of the turns, and that definitely got him good there. Now Kruger trying desperately to build up momentum and build up time and zone here as they fight them back on around. Tyler Hunt and that 20 machine fighting by once again while Brian W. Wiggins still looking to hang in there, looking to fight them on in. These drivers all at each other's throats, all at each other's games, trying desperately to see who will be the top tier driver come in April. We've only got about 4 more months for these guys to run. And then the times will change, the tide will change for them. And we'll see how it all plays out as well. As we run them back on around here, down out of turn 4 here. The 27 of Mark Thomas starting to close his gap in, trying to close his door up. As the 20 of Tyler Hunt right now fights it on in as well. Everybody's still hanging in there, still fighting him through right now. Currently Mark Thomas trying to get a run there on old Tyler Hunt. Tyler right now, as we're about to approach the halfway point, currently been at war and at odds with Brian W. Wiggins all day long, but right now he's slowed up quite a bit and kind of getting off the pace as Mark Sakosi is trying to catch up to his teammate there, Johnny Taylor. Right now, Johnny Taylor, if you're wondering where he's at, he's currently over here. I want to talk about a guy that's running smooth. Watch this. Smooth as silk and smooth on the runs. That's what's giving him the advantage right now. That's what's giving him a good run. But now he's got Terry Dougie right in front of him. He's not careful here. He's going to get into trouble zone. And Dougie takes it for a spin and a twirl down out of turn 2. And then the back straightaway, it sends him back around. And unfortunately, not what you wanted to see out of that fellow Canadian there. Tough break there for him, a tough battle for him, unfortunately, and the struggles just continue for the Dougie camp. Right now, Brian W. Wiggins got an old rival and an old nemesis behind him. Mark Sakosi currently giving himself a run and a half here to try to stay in the zone. If we look at the lap time right now for Sakosi, he currently is in a pretty stable position around Kruger. Kruger had a little bit there for him on lap 110, but right now it's been all the Sakosi camp kind of giving himself a good chance here, running this through and giving himself a fight here. Kruger, though, has not left the building just yet. He could get a run here. He can get something figured in a little bit. Miller going in the chat right now. Wiggins on the charge towards the front and has a real good car. Might be able to challenge Johnny if he gets a chance. Yeah, I would agree there. Right now he's been kind of struggling a little bit though to kind of keep out of pace and out of rhythm, and Tyler Hunt just made him pay for that one. And now Wiggins up to the high side there. I think he now finally has overexerted how much he was using those tires up. Remember what I've talked about on the show here before. Tires wise is a huge factor on asphalt to save up. You can drive it in hard, drive it in quick, but if you don't have a good run set up for the right amount of laps and all that, well, it'll get you in bigger trouble. That's why you see a lot of guys like Sikosi and Kruger right now in a stable position and stable line, because they are currently staying on the lower end of the spectrum, trying to run them on in the way they need to. As Mark Thomas right now tries to get there with Tyler Hunt. Hunt's been pretty smart though. He's been running in the way he needs to, kind of keeping his momentum alive here, and that's definitely been the key factor. But you can see how close Thomas is starting to get on him. Might be only a matter of time, but let's take a onboard camera here though and see how he is running his line in, how he's holding that car up. Whoa, that was not what we were expecting there. That is big trouble. The flag comes out, yellow is out, yellow is out. Well, I guess if you want an onboard cam of a wreck in real time, there you go. Mark Thomas gets in there with Terry Dougie, and unfortunately, oh boy. Hard lick and a half there, unfortunately, causing the caution to come out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay here. Find out what happened. Terry Dougie gets a little bit on that throttle zone out of turn 2. And it didn't even look like they touched on my end here. That may have been net code, but you can definitely tell Dougie and him, unfortunately, just got kind of thrown around there, and that's a tough break there for them. That was not what you wanted to see there. You can't turn yourself away from it, but at the same time, as a driver, I know what it's like to get in that wreck. It absolutely sucks. Terry Dougie right now in pit road, and he is just, well, let's just say tore up is a nice way of putting it. That will set up, though, for some of these guys to get their time back and get things figured in here. So that might actually be what they've been looking for here. Nicholas Wilson actually gets the better stop off that pit stop, so that will give him the chance here. We'll see if Mr. Consistency, Johnny Taylor, will have a chance here. So our field will work them on by once again, and we're going to see if Nicholas Wilson is able to kind of keep things alive in his favor and keep things more towards what he wants to do, because right now the way it's been looking through, he's been fighting hard and fighting well, but he has been struggling. So bring him around about once again here, folks, and get things taken care of, and hopefully we will see these drivers back to normal here as Wilson goes into pit road, actually. So I'm not sure what the strategy was there, what was his idea there, but it didn't quite look out the way I think he was wanting it to. So they will back him on in, get things taken care of once again here, and see how well this plays out here for these drivers as they continue to rock and roll and wheel and dealing here. Lights are coming off here, lights are going down as the track lights stay up, because obviously we don't have lights on those actual cars. Might be smarter that it's not. And they will bring them on back around here. Things taken care of here. Down out of turn 4. Green flag flies. Lights are back on. We're back underway. Solid run and a half coming there from James Kruger as well as the 8 of Mark Sikosi. Right now they back them on down around that turn 3 into 4 zone. Every driver trying to find their way, trying to find their line. Kruger trying to stay in the zone right now. He's got the 5 of Brian W. Wiggins closing in once again, but is it another short run for him as 8 of Mark Sakosi has come to a stop, and Wiggins goes for a spin and a tumble! Oh no, Kyle Hanna somehow avoids trouble there, so did Nicholas Wilson. How they did that, I have not the foggiest idea, but hey, give them credit where credit's due. That was a run and a half to do that as we're past halfway. Past halfway, and so far these drivers are still rocking and rolling here, wheeling and dealing. Everybody getting them a solid momentum, solid run and a half here, challenging them on through right now as James, don't call him, Freddie Krueger in that 25 trying to stay in this. Byron Barlett kind of coming to a stop there, slowed up big time there now as to get back on the run. As Tyler Hunt is taking over for second, Johnny Taylor once again though is just absolutely moved away from the field. Nowhere to go and nowhere to be, and that's definitely for sure the way he wants to play it here. Brian W. Wiggins at McCoy set up shop right now, giving a pretty solid effort, solid run here as Kyle Hanna and that number 4 machine starting to look and wheel and deal here. Trying to get up there with his teammate, James Krueger. After that little tumble and spin he had earlier, he's been fighting hard to get back up into the zone. And the only way to get back up into the zone is to run your line and run your race into the best of your abilities. And the only way to do that is to hang on, especially with guys like Graham W. Wiggins challenging in, and there's problems there for James Krueger. Krueger has come to a complete stop. Couldn't quite tell what happened there. It looked like he got a little loose there at turn 4, and unfortunately sent him sideways. And that car is all but kind of gone down around. He's going to go in pit road and try to get it fixed up quickly, while Johnny Taylor in that Reese's Cups number 3 machine. I don't think he's eating Reese's Cups. I think he's eating Reese's Pieces because he's starting to piece away at this track here. Ride him on back around here. That 21 there of Terry Dougie still trying to hang in there, but he's just currently just kind of trying to stay out of the way here. Whoa! And Kyle Hanna gets into problem zone as the yellow flag comes out. We just caught the after that. Ow! About that! Oh, man. And Mark Thomas had nowhere to go, comes to a stop in the worst way possible. Ouch. Let's go to the replay and find out what happened here. Well, Wiggins gets a little bit tight and gets into the canna, and that sends everybody else for a ride. As for Mark Thomas, well, I don't even think he saw where he was at. Kyle Hanna just kind of getting tagged in there, unfortunately. For all ends of the spectrum, here's another look out from another angle here. That little tap was all it took, man. That's all it takes to get these ARCA cars loose and get sent to the wall, and then there goes trouble. Mark Thomas comes through. Didn't realize where the wreck was, and yep. Tyler Hunt, whoa. Talk about getting a run and a half there. He managed to get around Wiggins really quickly there, but Johnny Taylor will still be your race leader here. And oops. I was going to say, I believe right now Wiggins should be behind Hunt in this case, because Hunt had the better caution off that, but looks like that's not going to be the case here. Well, our scoreboard right now is telling us that Hunt should be ahead of Wiggins, and Wiggins should be back behind Hunt. That is the call at the moment. But I don't think that's the way they're going to play it out here. No, it appears they're going to let Wiggins just go ahead and stay up ahead. I think he might have had the better pit stop, but on our end, I would tell you that did not look to be the matter there, but You know what, though? That's how the cards play out sometimes. That's how they'll play out. So we are not going to judge the authority. We're not going to judge anything like that, because Lord knows what we learned from the WWE is you don't challenge the authority around here. Now our drivers will back them on around one more time by here, halfway done, halfway to go. Damage on the cars, damage on the machines here, but they are still in it to win it. As we will challenge them on around down out of turn 4 here, back about, pace them in. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. As the flag flies, lights are on, we're back underway. Johnny Taylor already swinging it in, and Tyler Hunt throws a haymaker right at Wiggins, and Wiggins not going to be too appreciative of that, I bet you. Looking to challenge them on in, down and about out again out of turn 4 here, running them through. These two just absolutely not caring for one another tonight. Seems as though these two just want to throw haymakers at each other all night. If that is the case, and right now, good driving on their end and not throw it around too much, but admittedly there's going to be some trouble when you get spun around like that. And Sakosi, oh no, and Sakosi gets a little tagged there, and then Bartlett gets the worst blown of it here, and unfortunately that sets them back even further. We're back under caution. Well, I wasn't really sure what we were going to do there, or how that was going to play out on that start, but Johnny Taylor, there's one thing he's been proving tonight. He's just been consistent as it gets when it comes to these runs. It comes to that momentum line. So all our drivers now loading back in, running them back on around here as they get things taken care of here. We'll see how well our drivers get back to business here and how they work this one on in. But so far, man, it's been a long, hard road, a long, hard race here for some. It's tougher for others. But as we get things situated through right now, we'll bring them back around here and get things worked on by as the one to go. We'll now initiate this time by, or maybe not. Wilson's currently in pit road, so. So maybe we might be waiting just a little bit longer here. So now it appears we are finally getting things taken care of here. We're going to get things back on around and get things worked on by. They've all been at each other's game for a while here tonight. They've all been at each other's run to see who will be able to outwit the other. And tonight it's definitely been just that. 2020's been a wild year, folks, and these guys have always had some wild races. But what will come of this one to the end? Well, we're going to find out here as we're coming down to the wire. Only about 100 laps left to go as the green flag flies once again. And this time, Tyler Hunt gets a great start off that one. He really laid into it. Backing him on in, still fighting him on by right now. Currently trying to throw him on down here. Once again, Johnny Taylor trying to hang in there as they come on through turn 4. Thomas is in the leeway, looking out, looking in. Nicholas Wilson, though, and Kyle Hanna are the only ones that are on the lead lap. Thomas got some catching up to do here. Through and through. Now Taylor starting to gain the ground. Looks like Tyler Hunt's trying to corner off the end zone here, trying to get the turn in. And Taylor and him going to go at a war with one another here, side by side. This is a duel, my friends. This is what we call an old-fashioned gentleman's duel. One goes in, one comes out. One goes in, one goes out. And it just goes back and forth until the other gives up too much and finally gets the run. Will Tyler Hunt be that one to get it? He's got a pretty solid run there out of turn 2, but it's not to be. Taylor back underway, cross thread, crossover, back into the zone. Right him on around yet again, the 3 there. Johnny Taylor challenging in Tyler Hunt. Hunt, man, just absolutely hanging in with him. Trying to stay in this momentum, staying in the pace, but it's not to be. Taylor trying to work it in right now. That Team Extreme Motorsports trying to fight in. Mark Sikosi spins it on down. He's got problems. Having to take it down to pit road here and get things fixed in there. Once again, he's out of the pits and back on by. Race officials trying to black flag him for that, but the folks in the booth are telling him no, that's not how it works. He had got spun in there, so they will let him get that figured in. That's what happens when you don't have someone taking control of the iRacing stuff. iRacing sometimes will try to mess with you like that. Running him on by down around the front straightaway here. Tyler Hunt starting to lose ground, lose position. Johnny Taylor right now is just starting to the life away here from Tyler Hunt. You can see how hard that car is running in, how hard he's getting the momentum on that line there. And I know we haven't shown much of the cockpit view tonight, but again, this is kind of what we got going on right now. We need to fix that ASAP. Don't worry, folks, we'll get it done. Right back on around. Currently, Nicholas Wilson still charging in, while the 5 of Brian W. Wiggins trying to hang in there, get his lap back. He's the only other driver that's a lap down at the moment. And right now, he's challenging him in pretty hard here. Trying to move in forward here, move back around, and give himself a chance. But it's been awfully difficult when you put it nicely here because of what he's had to deal with up front and around him. Mark Thomas right now currently a lot of laps down at the moment. He's just filtered way back in the field. That's the danger you run when you're running on these short tracks, man, is the fact that you can get yourself into trouble zone. You can lose a lot of ground time up. And when it's all said and done, if that happens, man, it just sets you back for a long ride. The 3 of Johnny Taylor and that Reese's Cups number 3 machine still calming her on in, clambering on by as they work them through down the back straightaway we go. Garrett's still swinging them in pretty hard, running them as hard as they can go. They will clearly as day clobber them through down on the front straightaway, challenging them on in. Mark Sikosi now the inside line trying to do work here with James. Don't call him Freddy Krueger in the 25 machine as he sneaks it through. The affordable SEO Maconi setup shop number 8 machine has got a hard charge and run coming by. Every driver for themselves, everybody looking to challenge their way in and stay in that zone. Johnny Taylor knows all how to do about that. As he corners off there from James Kruger, he moves in further and further ahead. We are under 100 laps to go still. We still got a lot of momentum and battles to come. Up in the wall protection goes Mark Thomas and them. He got a little bit hard on that throttle there and kind of got a little too in there. And Tyler Hunt also just dancing with the devil up top there. Everybody challenging them on around. Everybody charging on through here. Everybody is still leeway in their way through and giving themselves a good chance and a half here. But right now, it's been kind of the Johnny Taylor, Tyler Hunt show, or if you will, these two right in front of one another. Brian W. Wiggins and Tyler Hunt show as well. Depending on what laps you were talking about. Whoa! And Brian W. Wiggins giving into that wall protection there. Gives a big door opening to the 20 of Tyler Hunt as you come on by down around that back straightaway. You can see how big and how strong this track is and the layout these drivers are having to work with here. As they come on by, once again, Brian W. Wiggins still trying to hang in there with Hunt. Right back on around, Brian W. Wiggins still clearing house, clearing day, fighting him on in. Tyler Hunt doing what he needs to stay in this zone and stay in his run here, but it has not yet to been here as well. He's giving it all he's got though. He's definitely challenged him. Right back on around, Mark Thomas still fighting it in here. That Kodiak 27 machine trying to give himself a fighting chance here. As everybody leadways their way through, everyone is still hanging in there and doing what they got to do. The pacing definitely going more towards Thomas, Kruger, and Hunt camp when it comes to excitement, but Kruger right now desperately trying to get himself a fight here. I mean, Wiggins as well. That's what I was meaning to say earlier, not Kruger. Those three drivers right now currently are the ones to keep your eye on at the moment because they are all fighting for the same thing, which is just trying to move their way into position. Wiggins desperately, though, he's trying to get back up there with Johnny Taylor and have himself a fight and a half here to get himself a chance at this here. Running them back on in down out of turn 4 here. Still clearing them by here. Oh! And Tyler Hunt gets Wiggins big time there out of turn 1. Whoa, he went right into him. Drove her in deep, and I think maybe a little too deep because Wiggins got a little loose and gave him a zone to open up to. And that ends up sending them both back quite a bit of ways here. Doesn't look like it was intentional whatsoever though, because Wiggins slowed up quite a bit, and Hunt did as well to give Wiggins a chance to fight back in this. But now Wiggins gets passed on by cleanly there from Hunt. Hunt now moves it on through. I don't expect a retaliation there from Wiggins, but definitely that was one little hit I don't think he's going to forget anytime soon. Running them back on in. Wiggins clear, clean, keeping it clear. Nice run there, and he manages to stay out of trouble. Nice runs, nice passing on by, but now Nicholas Wilson, after having to see Hunt and him go out of here a little bit, now we'll fight him on down here real quick. Wilson trying to get up there into that top tech spot. Top 3 driver right now looking to possibly make his move and make his presence felt here. Running them on by right now, challenging them through. Now looks like Hunt back on the attack, the inside zone, trying to make a work around Wiggins. Wiggins tries to hold him off, but not to be. Time is definitely running out there for Wiggins to get it back into the lead lap zone and have a chance at winning this one. But right now, the way he's been going, the way things have been going for himself, unless he gets a caution and a short run set up in, I don't know if it's going to be enough time here. Nicholas Wilson has 53, works into the inside line, zone, down and about, coming on through. Gets a nice pass on by there, gets a nice jump on his position. Staying in a sweet spot, staying in the sweet momentum area. Wiggins right now just absolutely struggling. Now that car is just completely toast up on the turns there. He's losing a lot of momentum here. Tyler Hunt just starting to kind of clear his way in and get himself back in as the Butcher brothers. 53 of Nicholas Wilson in the 4. Kyle Hanna going out of here, while Johnny Taylor currently about 12.5 seconds back ahead of the field. He's just currently just kind of doing his own thing, kind of working his own way and not really caring what everybody else does around here, that's for sure. Running them through right now, backing them on by yet again here. As a 27 of Mark Thomas, desperately trying to cling on to whatever life he's got left in that car. I don't think he's got enough time to get this one into a finish, but he definitely has enough time to give it a good fight here, I would say. One thing you definitely notice about Five Flags is how much these guys turn in, how much they have to hold their ends of the lines in the turns just to try to make ground and make up positions here when they go with those runs here. Nicholas Wilson desperately trying to cling on, trying to fight him in hard. Kyle Hanna backing him on by right now, still hanging in through the zone, working them by as they go inside line now. Kyle Hanna passes the teammate and makes it work to his advantage here. Running them back on in. Byron Barlett right now going to be a little bit of a trouble zone for the lap traffic area. Currently he works it through to the inside line, back and by yet again. Mark Thomas trying to get around him as well here as they back him through. Hanging on by down and about out of turn 2 here, staying in their run, staying in their position here. As everybody challenges them on in, challenging them through. And caution comes out. Looks like there's trouble here. Unfortunately, Terry Dougie come to a stop. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay here and find out what happened. No, it was not him in this case. Here we go. Let's get the replay back underway. Let's see right here what happened exactly as they come on the corner. Ooh, Johnny Taylor gives a little bit of a bump there to Wiggins, and that sends him for a ride. Gets him a little bit shaken up and a little loose there, and that will set them back quite a bit here. Caution flag flies high right now. These drivers are going to have to get this one figured in. So the field will work them on in once again. And right now, Tyler Hunt is trying to get a run there on Johnny Taylor, but it's not going to be here. He's going to have to start back in that position once again as we're closing down on our final 50 laps here. Just over 40 to go here still. As we leeway them back in here. It's been quite a show here, folks. Been quite a race so far, but as we're closing in on our laps here, we'll see how it goes. Drivers will line back up into position, line back through. Tyler Hunt, Johnny Taylor, and Kyle Hanna all going to be in the running, all in the zone. See how well this plays out here and how well this will come by for these drivers here. Been a rocket show so far, been an incredible battle here to say the least. Coming on by, bracketing them through right now as we're ready to take back the pace here and ready to take back to the show. Right back on the throw. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was not the start we wanted there. Hard to tell what happened there. Let's go to the replay. Yeah, they didn't even get off the line there. They didn't even get off the start. And the driver's having to come to a stop here to get things figured on through. As we get things taken care of on end right now, that was kind of put forth to this position, put forth the way we've been. Sergius, do not understand. I don't know Espanol, unfortunately, my friend. Sorry. All right, Milne, cars look good. Terry and Byron. Of course, talking about the 77 and the 21 here tonight. James still hanging around with us as well. It's great to have everybody on in still, and great to have you guys all tuned in, talked with us. Always a pleasure to have you by. Looking to get them through once again, looking to get things taken care of here. A lot of runs to be had here, a lot of battles to come on by, down yet again. Johnny Taylor right now is going to go at it here with Tyler Hunt. Hunt looking to possibly take back his spot and take back his position here he had earlier. He's got a little bit of work to do though if he's going to get it. Base car is going to be coming on off next time by, so our drivers will lined up into position here with only the final laps coming this way. What a run it's been and what a battle it's been. We're down to 39 laps to go. we'll see how this one plays out. We'll see how this one shapes up to be as we are looking to clear the air, clear the run, and clear the season off and get this year cleared out the only way we know how to. So now back around here, it looks like it'll be 38 laps left. On the restart zone, Johnny Taylor will show them the way, show them how to play as we come on by down on a turn 4. Once again, green flag is high in the air. Running them back on in, Mark Sikosi in that A machine already fighting it hard. Challenges up Nicholas Wilson trying to get a full run on, out of his raid. Before Kyle Hanna challenging him in by down again here as they work him through. Tyler Hunt desperately trying to cling on to some life here. Right back on through. Nicholas Wilson still challenging them up, still giving themselves a run and a half here as we're closing in on our final laps here. Doesn't seem like a lot more laps to go, but with the cars here and the way they run them in, they will pick up time and pick up paces quickly here. Riding him on through right now. Mark Sikosi still challenging him in, still coming on by here. Mark Sikosi desperately trying to cling into some run, cling into the momentum here down out of turn 4. Here still fighting him on in. Byron Bartlett on his game, on his zone, still hanging him on by as they work through down out of turn 2. Sikosi starting to cling on some life here, trying to cling on to some laps. We're down to the final 30 to go here. Sikosi trying to make a run there on Wilson to the inside. He hits it. Looks like he's got something coming here for him. But can he make it stick? These drivers giving it all they've got, giving it everything they can, but Johnny Taylor just far and away ahead of Tyler Hunt by 1.5 miles almost. You can see the difference there. Tyler Hunt is just further and further away from each other, and Sikosi is trying to get up there with his teammate and give a little bit of payback to the Butcher brothers for last time sweeping the Extreme Motorsports guys from the top spots when it came to last week back in Kentucky. But right now, currently, as we are leading them on in, Kyle Hanna definitely trying to hang in there and trying to fight them on by. Still at each other's games, still at each other's throats right now. Tyler Hunt gets even further and further up into the wall protection. That's just opening the door up for his teammate and his old teammate to get into that zone. Kyle being his recent teammate, and then of course you got Mark Sikosi, who is a former teammate with Team Extreme. All leading into this moment, all leading into this battle zone right now as they challenge them through with only 25 laps to go this time by. $250 laps of the distance has been quite a struggle and quite a run here for some, but it's been a greater odds end for others. And that's definitely been noticeable here as they come on by. Tyler Hunt right now trying to hang in there and trying to stay ahead of that zone. As you can see, Kyle Hanna's working in hard here. All at each other's game right now. Sikosi trying to hang in there, trying to fight them through, trying to back them on by. Sikosi now looking to corner off that inside line of Hanna. Couldn't quite get a run there. Couldn't quite get that bumper in close enough. Oh man, he's definitely fighting. He's definitely challenging up on this one. right now. Sakosi and Sakosi. Oh, Kyle Hanna got a little bit looser out of turn 4 there. I'm not sure. Maybe he's bringing it down a little bit too quick. And Sakosi about tagged him there, but with 20 flaps to go, that could have been disastrous for both drivers there, but they managed to stay clear and stay in that run. Byron Bartlett right now still hanging in there as well, but Kyle Hanna definitely knows he's in trouble here. He's starting to have his number written up here as Sakosi's starting to cling on to some momentum here. Doing everything they can to defend off that bottom line. Sakosi gets a little too deep into that back rear end though of Hanna. Can Kyle Hanna stay clear of it here down out of turn 4? It looks like he will as well. Sakosi fighting him on in, trying to stay in that zone, trying to fight them off a little harder here. As they back him on around once again now. Looks like Sakosi going for a run and a half here around Hanna, backing him through. Through and through we go here. These two going at it with each other, and this is looking to be more towards the Sakosi show. Mark Sakosi takes over third. Johnny Taylor desperately trying to stay ahead there. Brian W. Wiggins scratched out a little bit and spun with 16 laps to go. Taylor just needs to stay clear of trouble, and everybody else needs to not wreck or have any other problems here if they want to have a finish and a half here. Johnny Taylor has yet to been in victory lane in quite some time, and he's looking to change that tonight with this performance in this position here. Mark Sakosi giving it all she's got, giving it all he can, and Wiggles trying desperately to fight back around and fight them on in. Final laps closing up. Hanna right now desperately trying to cling on to some life. James Kruger, after all the struggles he had earlier, now going to work here with Wiggins. But the struggles can seemingly do him all but no good. He just continues to get pushed back and further in this one right now. Byron Bartlett doing everything he can now, building him up through down out of turn 4. Hanna and him going to go to work here down that front straightaway here. Bartlett maybe looking for a run around the 4. Not to be though yet. Tyler Hunt though about 3.5 seconds back right now. He is not looking too good here. Sakosi's already on him. Sakosi trying to make one last ditch effort with the final laps closing in. You can see the time zone. That's a huge difference when you see how much they've gone through. With these last final 10 now will be initiated here down out of turn 4. Hunt and Sakosi at odds with one another once again. At odds for the second place spot. Sakosi desperately trying to cling on to some life. Tyler Hunt looking to fight him on in, looking to challenge him up by right now as they take him through down out of turn 4. Running him on through. James Kruger and him going to work, going at it here as the 8 machine now swings it to the inside. Hunt trying to get a fun, trying to get a movement run there. Can't quite clear it, can't quite get it. Sakosi falters back just a slight hair, and that seems to be the difference maker. Hunt is on the throttle and on the momentum and just trying desperately to stay ahead here, but it's definitely been a big run and a half coming to this one. Running them back on in. We are closing the gaps, closing up the times. 5 to go right now. Sakosi and Hunt gets into the wall there out of turn 4. Open the door wide as Sakosi. Sakosi moves to the inside, challenging it through. Runs in hard, runs it in clean and clear as can be, and that might have just been what Hunt was not wanting to see happen. Johnny Taylor and Mark Sakosi, the teammates, looking to try to finish first and second to end this night. Tyler Hunt now working it on down out of turn 3, swinging it on by right now. Sakosi giving it a solid run. We're coming down to our final 3 laps. Johnny Taylor has just absolutely blown away the field and taken this one to the cleaners. And this one is all but sealed up if he can just cut some final laps in here. Running them on in, clean as can be, clear as can day. White flag, final lap. We are set to end this one out. Coming to the line, coming for the chicane down in a turn 2 to the back stretch, turn 3 and 4. You know it, it's coming here. Johnny Taylor at a turn 4 is gonna take this one on home. And why not? Do it in style, buddy. What a run and a half there. Woohoo! And Tyler Hunt, him get into it a little bit there. Stark Sagosi and Tyler Hunt kind of tagged in there a little bit. Sagosi gets a little bit of a bump. I think that was their way of saying, yeah, congratulations, you won, bud. Takes home the W and takes home the victory here. Johnny Taylor is that man. He is your race winner here tonight. As the fireworks go off here and the fireworks climbing around. What a race it was and what a battle these guys had to go through just to even get to this point. Everybody gave it a show and gave it a fight here, but it was not to be for some and better for others in this case. We'll go ahead and go down and talk with Tyler Hunt, see how he felt about that one. As he now joins me on in the booth here for our third place finish here tonight. The fireworks going off currently. We're coming down to the end. Hunt, man, you gave it a good show there and a good run there, but unfortunately it just wasn't quite to be to finish this one out. What happened there, bud?
I don't know, man. The car just wasn't good short run or long run. It just at that point just seemed that Team Extreme just had a big advantage over us this race.
Seemed to be the case indeed, but I mean, you still gave it a good run and a good fight all the way through. So I mean, I gotta ask you, was there anything you would have done differently to try to give that car a better chance here?
No, I don't know what to do for short tracks. It's just a challenge. I don't know what they did pre-race, but I had to give it to them. They were super fast. I would love to get some tips from them, but you know how it is.
For sure there, man. But nevertheless, still a third place finish. Nothing to sneeze at considering everything here. So I got to ask you, who do you want to thank you for that finish?
Thank the team. We did a couple practices. It helped out a lot, especially David Castelli. He really helped out with the setup this week, which is pretty cool. And y'all for broadcasting and all the sponsors.
Absolutely, man. It's been a good pleasure to call this one all the way through from the end of 2020. Congratulations on third place finish here tonight there, Tyler.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Good night.
Absolutely. Good night to you as well. Tyler Hunt finishing third here tonight, as we will now talk to our second place driver here tonight, that being Mark Sakosi. If he gets the call, we will give him a timer here before we bring him back in. Currently waiting for him to come on by, but looks like he is not here with us just yet. So let's go ahead and talk with the race winner. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Nope, he has joined us in now. So we're going to go ahead and talk with him here about that one and how he felt. That was definitely a finish and a half there, to say the least, here for Mark Sakosi. So let's go ahead and see how he felt about it. All right, Mark, we got you on the line here. A second place finish here tonight, and a little long run into the spectrum here, and it just kind of went your way for quite a bit on that ending, but you didn't have anything to catch up to Taylor, did you?
I don't know if we really had anything for Taylor or not. I mean, it's possible, but we got so far behind there with we got involved in a couple wrecks, and then I mean, I got the kid in the background.
It's all good. So, I mean, I guess I'll ask you this here. When you was coming down the wire here and you had some wrong runs there, what was the one guy tonight that you felt like you had more of a challenge to try to pass and deal with when you were going through there?
The Butcher Boys were putting up a fight. They real hard to pass. I had to work them. I mean, we eventually got there, but yeah, it was fun. But yeah, just track position at the end. We weren't gonna be able to do nothing with Taylor. So I mean, we're just glad to put this one behind us and move on to the next one. We're glad we got a good finish out of it.
For sure there, man. I mean, nevertheless, here at the second place finish, nothing to sneeze at. Who do you want to thank here for that one?
As usual, I got to thank the teammates. I mean, we work together pretty good. If one of us are struggling, somebody will get us back on page.
For sure there, man. Well, nevertheless, Sakosi, the end the year off here for the season coming to a close in April. Currently, we have finished out 2020 with the only way you know how to, and that's finishing in the top spots here tonight. Congratulations on that, and your second place finish.
Thanks, Chris.
Mark Sakosi finishing second here tonight, and now as we go ahead and bring in the winner here tonight, our race champion here tonight, of course, that being Johnny Taylor. Johnny, Mr. Consistency, as I've been told to put it here tonight, you definitely were that guy to beat. How did you feel with this one going tonight?
The car felt good. I'd like to thank Old School League for putting it together, all they do, an effort to make everything happen and us to be out there on the track.
Definitely has been a good season, a good running for you, man. Any other words really have for anyone at home or anything going on with how you felt with the track tonight, or?
Track was a little slick. It was loose on exit, had some wheel spin, but overall you just had to drive like there was an egg under your foot and just keep consistent.
For sure there, but nevertheless, man, it all worked out in your favor, worked out quite well. Congratulations here on that finish, and nicely done to the end, buddy.
Thank you, Chris. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too. As we come to end this year off, 2020 has now come to a close. And folks, it has definitely been a long, extravagant year to say the least here, but you know what? Unless something comes up tomorrow, this is our last broadcast for 2020, and what a season it's been. Let's go ahead and take a look at our final results here tonight as we showcase to you the McConey Setup Shop finish here tonight for these drivers here. The Pensacola 250 at 5 Flags was going to whoops. Hold on just a minute. Someone in the producer's booth don't know how to get the results around here, apparently. Let's show that again. There you go. Johnny Taylor taking home the race win. Scosi second, third going to Tyler Hunt. Hannah getting fourth, fifth to Wilson, sixth to Wiggins, seventh to Bartlett. Thomas getting eighth, ninth to Kruger, 10th to Dougie, and then David Castelli getting 11th to round out our top drivers here tonight. What a run it was. And again, to everyone at home, thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for supporting up the show. It's been a long season, long road, and Lord knows what we got in 2021. So for now, though, as we get things fixed in and get things figured on in for new stuff, we want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you again for tuning in. And as always, we'll see you next time with the Green Flag Fives right here on PTM Racing TV.